Are cockroaches needed? What do they do? How can we use them? They're useless to me too. Why can't we destroy them? They're of no use to us. They just get in the way, just causing a fuss. Now what I'll do, I'll tell you, as much as I know, and then you can fill me in if I'm right or wrong, and then at the end of it, we'll get to the bottom of whether we need them or not. Okay.
All right, so first of all, the first thing that I found out is that they have 18 knees.
That's not exactly possible. They're insects, so they have 6 legs. Yeah, and the knee is usually the junction between femur and tibia. That's sort of classic human knee and every other animal knee. So with 6 legs, it can only have 6 knees. Could somebody sort of got mistaken for seeing one that was a bit double-jointed? I think you're grasping at straws or something. Are cockroaches needed? What do they do? How can we use them? They're useless to me too. Why can't we destroy them? They're of no use to us. They just get in the way, just causing a fuss. Alright, well we might have to come back to that one then. They can hold their breath for 40 minutes.
Oh, they don't do that, because they don't breathe in the same way as us. They breathe through little spiracles, holes down the side of the body.
So, no. They're not a very apt simile, because the method of breathing is so different. What do you mean? Because insects have a totally different system. They don't have lungs in the way that we do, just breathing through one part of the body. They're actually breathing through every segment of the body all of the time.
So even though they've got their mouth shut, they might be having a slight breath.
The mouth has nothing to do with breathing, only feeding. So you see, maybe that's where someone's gone wrong. Someone's got hold of one and sort of taped its mouth up or something, got bored after 40 minutes and said, well, we'll call it. Again, that sounds a pretty unkind thing to do to an insect, even a cockroach. Something else I found out, yeah, they can live for a week without a head. That's true, if they don't bleed to death in the process. Are cockroaches needed? What do they do? How can we use them? They're useless to me too. Why can't we destroy them? They're of no use to us. They just get in the way, just causing a fuss.
But the weird thing is, when I told you that they had 18 knees, you seemed a bit sort of like, don't talk ridiculous, but then we're talking about an animal that can live without an head.
Just causing a fuss. But the weird thing is, when I told you that they had 18 knees, you seemed a bit sort of like, don't talk ridiculous, but then we're talking about an animal that can live without an head. So there's a little bit of truth in that one, yeah. Why, when it was invented, has it got that facility? Say if someone said to humans, we could do that with humans, and you know, if you lose your head in some accident, it gives you a bit of time to sort of go back to your family, and maybe write them a note. Write them a note, you won't be able to have a chat with them, but write a note saying, it was me own fault, and it was nice knowing you. Oh well, it would be a useful facility, I agree. But cockroaches are great survivors. I mean, they've been around for over 300 million years. They're one of the most primitive insects. Alright, well I've also, is it true that they do a lot of resting? Apparently they can sort of rest for 75% of the time. Yeah, they just sit about doing nothing. It's probably true of a vast proportion of the world's fauna. I mean, maybe the 25% that they are working, they're really giving it some, so it might make up. And they're probably searching out food, and yeah, they can slow down considerably. You can chill insects in the fridge and they'll become very, very quiet. You might think they're dead. Are cockroaches needed? What do they do? How can we use them? They're useless to me too. Why can't we destroy them? They're of no use to us. They just get in the way, just causing a fuss. Yeah, but I'm sure, if we were sat in a fridge, we'd go a bit quiet, wouldn't we? Well, you might not know much about it. Of course, you're not quite reading the right sources. Well, I've been using the internet. I'm sure there are many useful sources that you could find there, but some of those seem to have been a little, misleading to you. So you don't agree with a lot of what I've told you there. So, cockroaches, can we get rid of them? No. So we're keeping them then? I would say so, yes. Are cockroaches needed? What do